Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Savage Santi, and today we're gonna look at Farmer's World, and you're gonna get a farm update. And what that's gonna tell you is how much I'm making per day, per month, and for the full year if it sustains these current prices. Let's get into it. If you guys don't know what Farmer's World is, it's an NFT game on the blockchain, specifically on the Wax blockchain. It's got really fast transactions and cheap fees, so Wax is the perfect thing for a game like this, or any game really. But let's take a look. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the game, and then we're gonna talk about how much am I making. So the game runs on basically runs with these NFTs. You have these NFTs that you buy or you build, and they get used in the game. So I have an axe, I have a couple of fishing poles, a couple of fishing nets, saw, a chainsaw, and some membership cards. Now, what these axes do is they harvest wood. Fishing poles obviously fish for food, and so on and so forth. And basically you're earning these resources, using them to build more tools, or trading them with other people, or just selling them for wax. If we take a look at my older videos, this is my first Farm World video over a month ago. It's probably going on 2 months now. It just doesn't say like a month and a half or 2 months. It's got to be close to 2 months. It says 636 a month. Now that's great for a freaking game. Okay, now we move along here. $2,474 a month. Like, that's freaking great too. So, and that was about a month ago. So that one's probably more true to a month, whereas the first one is more going on 2 months just about. So now we come back to current times. I am making, okay, so I make 298 wax per day, which does not include a couple other things. It doesn't include my crops, and it doesn't include my dairy production. So it's actually higher than that. So I'm making on average somewhere between 296 and 444 wax per day. Now, for the sake of argument, we're gonna go with 296 wax, or let's just flatten it to 300 right now. So let's just flatten it to 300. So we take that, we times it by 0.398. We get $119 a day. $119 a day playing a video game, and it doesn't even take a lot of time. It's more passive than anything, but you do have to click on things either once an hour or every 5 hours, depending on your setup. Now let's take a look. What is that per month? Which is times that by 30. 3582. 3582. That's gone up since my last video on my how much I'm making per month. So that's up another $1,200, and it's up because what I've done, instead of withdrawing all my money every day and just walking away, I've taken my daily earnings, like I want to say 90% of them, and I've reinvested it back into the game. So instead of pulling out, I'm more like, getting back in. So, and I've even thrown some new money in, and I've been snowballing this game. And it's about to snowball even harder, because every 4 days I can probably add about 35 to 40 wax. So, and we'll show you that in an update coming up in the future. If we take this 35, if we take this and times it by 12, that's $42,000 a year playing a game. That's more than someone's making out there just doing something, right? Just doing something. I don't know what. A game. I had to invest. Yeah, I had to buy something to play. My investment, I can ROI in like a month and a half. If things stay where they're at now, which they've been fairly stable, where it's at now, I feel like in a month and a half I could ROI. Or, like I said, I can keep building. I can keep grinding, because when the game gets a new update and it just pops off, I'm gonna be just rolling wax. I'm gonna be rolling in USD. So why start ROIing now? For me, this is my advice for myself, not for anybody else. is I'm just gonna keep putting more money into it. I'm not really interested in ROIing right now. I'm interested in keep developing my farm and build this thing up. If I can make this into like an $82,000 a year or a $100,000 a year thing, that's gonna be absolutely insane. So as far as getting in, as far as tool prices go, now if we look at some tools in game, you're gonna see over the last month, so the fishing pole was 210 and had kind of come down over the course of what, 1, 2, 3, a few days, and it's basically been hovering around 80. Yeah, it's probably averaged about $80-$90 since the 21st of December. So it seems like the prices have finally kind of like stabilized and found a good place to park. I don't know if it's bottom yet or not. If somebody was going to get in, this could be a good buying opportunity before an update happens or something like that. There's certainly cheaper NFTs you can get. Just a regular axe is $35. So that's pretty good because these used to cost $100. So it's crazy. It's crazy that I'm making $119 a day. And it's been at that price for a few weeks. You know, there was a couple days where it spiked up to like 150 and maybe it's dipped a little lower, you know, like here and there, but for the most part it's been sitting at this price for a good amount of time now, and that feels good because I think what you want in these games is you want development, you know, you want stability, you obviously want things to moon eventually, but for the most part stability is great, right? You want to know like, hey, you know, am I getting in and it's just gonna dump, right? Well, if you're near a bottom or at a bottom, then you don't have to worry about that as much. So, and that's kind of where we're at now. So that's the plan with my farm. I'm gonna be building saws. I'm gonna build 3 saws, and then I'm gonna craft a chainsaw. And I'm not gonna get rid of too many saws when I do that either, because some people like to take all their saws, combine them, and upgrade to the chainsaw. Instead, I'm gonna build these saws. I'm gonna have so much wood production that I'm just gonna hold the wood, build the chainsaw, and then just sell one of my saws. So that's my plan. I'm gonna keep reinvesting what I make in this game back into the game, and just keep building more. I want to see how high I can take this. How high can I get the daily USD value? How high can I get the monthly, the yearly value? And the more tools that I have, even if the game does dip, I can kind of hedge my bet a little bit by having more tools. So yeah, like say if I ramp up to $200 a day, which would be fantastic. If the game takes a hit and I go back down to 100, it's like, okay, well, I'm still making 100. You know what I mean? Like, that's my plan, is just to ramp up, which will be good either way, in the bad time or in the good time. So, and hopefully good times are to come. Anyway, that's my farm update. Those are my thoughts on the game, how things are going, and what my plans are. So why don't you let me know, what do you think? What are your plans in the game? Do you play the game? Are you just seeing this game for the first time? Oh, you are, huh? That's cool. No, I'm kidding. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.